Cameron Centennial Convocation took place this past Friday in the Fine Arts Courtyard. Representatives from each department marched together, preceded by their representative organizational banners. CUTV reporter Jacob Russell was at the ceremony along with other students who didn't have to attend class that morning.
Students cheered as classes were canceled for an afternoon due to Convocation. But this year, Convocation has a special meaning. It was a part of Cameron's Centennial Year. Convocation is an opportunity to notice Cameron's outstanding students, faculty, and alumni. The event started with an academic procession in which members from Cameron's different departments get a chance to represent in garb their field of study. President Cindy Ross gave the introduction and soon called upon Dr. John MacArthur for the call to Convocation. Student Government President Jessica DeWong recognized the honor students as well as scholarship recipients. The Convocation was highlighted by three prominent Cameron alumni who returned to address their alma mater. Sanjit Bhattacharya spoke first, followed by Kay Morris and T.W. Shannon. The alma mater was sung and a recessional was called to end Cameron's Centennial Convocation. All in all, there was a large turnout in respect for these decorated individuals.
The Senate is trying to pass a new bailout plan similar to the previous plan rejected by the House last Monday. Both presidential candidates voted in favor of the measure, which was passed by a vote of 74 to 25. The Bush administration's plan to buy up to $700 billion of troubled assets from financial institutions is meant to free up banks to start lending again, once their balance sheets are cleared of toxic holdings. The changes in the bailout are intended to get more votes in the House, especially House Republicans. They made up 2/3 of the votes against the original bailout plan. The new bill allows the FDIC to borrow from the Treasury in order to cover any losses that occur as a result of the higher insurance limit. What attracts the House Republicans is the popular tax measures, renewable energy tax breaks for individuals, and businesses with a deduction for the purchase of solar panels, and relief from another year of alternative minimum tax or the income tax of the wealthy. The House is expected to take up the Senate measure for a vote on Friday.
An East Tennessee school bus driver is being charged with driving under the influence after her vehicle with 30 children inside was found stopped in the middle of a street. Loudoun Police Chief says Vicki Lynn Kwansky was found passed out behind the wheel. Police Chief says a blood alcohol test was administered, but the results were not immediately available. Kwansky has been a contract driver since last November with a clean record. Police say she's had a background check and passed 2 drug screenings. Kwansky was taken to a hospital and then jailed. No children were hurt in the incident.
Former Denver Broncos running back Travis Henry is awaiting trial following a cocaine bust. Henry and James Mack were arrested after the two met to buy cocaine from someone cooperating with authorities. Both men were in federal custody on suspicion of knowingly and intentionally conspiring to distribute and possess with intent to distribute the drug. The case began back in Montana, where a trooper and DEA agent stopped a car that was carrying 6 pounds of marijuana and several kilos of cocaine on September 16th. A passenger in the vehicle told officials Mack and Henry had supplied them with the drugs. The passengers agreed to cooperate with authorities to set up a drug deal Tuesday with the former Bronco, leading to his arrest.
An Indianapolis convicted sex offender is dead during a struggle with a father who found the naked man in his 17-year-old daughter's bedroom. Police found Robert McNally on the hallway floor with his arm around the neck of David Myers, who was pronounced dead at the scene. Myers, who was naked and wearing a mask and latex gloves, entered the home through a window near the girl's bedroom with rote, prophylactics, and a knife. Police say he was familiar with the home's layout because it belonged to a relative. The girl woke up and screamed when she saw the man in her room. The father responded and struggled with the intruder while the girl's mother called 911. Police did not anticipate any charges against the girl's father. Officials also say if a person breaks into your home, you are justified in using deadly force in defending your family.
A Chicago woman is celebrating her newest purchase on eBay. 30-year-old Joanne Smith spent an entire $1.75 in an auction to win an abandoned home in Saginaw, Michigan. Smith was the top bidder out of 8 for the home. She says she plans on selling the house and hasn't seen or visited the property in the economically troubled town of Saginaw. A notice on the door says a foreclosure hearing is pending. Smith will also end up paying $850 in back taxes and cleanup costs.
Los Angeles police are looking for a man who beat up a 16-year-old girl at a McDonald's counter. After she complained, he cut in line. Police announced their investigation recently and posted surveillance video online. Police say the girl was with her 5-year-old niece and a friend. The suspect and 2 young boys approached the counter when the 16-year-old girl started arguing with the man. Police say the girl swore at the man, who then got angry and punched her in the face several times. The suspect drove away with the boys. The teenager was treated for her injuries at a hospital and released.
The 29th Annual International Festival debuted at a new location this past weekend. Elmer Thomas Park has become Lawton's choice for local events, including last year's Holiday in the Park. Top of the Hour reporter Kyle Luders was at the festival to indulge in all the live music and different foods.
For the last weekend in September, Elmer Thomas Park hosted the 29th Annual Lawton International Festival. The festival was open 5 to 10 p.m. on Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday, and 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. Each year, the festival attracts many different cultures and lifestyles. Singing, dancing, and merchandise from many different countries were all on display throughout the park. The City of Lawton says that this year, over 60 booths were set up at the park. Among them, a medieval display and a Ferris wheel seemed to be the highlights with the crowd. Also at the festival, new citizens of the United States took their oath. All in all, the festival was a real success for its first time being held at Elmer Thomas Park.
Down here at the International Festival at Elmer Thomas Park, there's a lot of great entertainment, a lot of great food. For Top of the Hour, I'm Kyle Luders.
It's now time for our entertainment report. Oprah Winfrey's mother is facing a $156,000 debt to a pricey fashion store.
Vernetta Lee of Milwaukee owes the money to Valentina Inc. after falling behind in minimum monthly payments of $2,000. She insists that Valentina took advantage of her lack of knowledge, ability, and or capacity when creating her credit account.
Court papers say Lee resolved a case back in 2002 with the same company over a $170,000 bill. Now, you think being the mother of someone like
Oprah Winfrey,
you'd have something like that paid. That
exactly.
seems like a small price to pay.
Oh,
for
I
something
know.
Like that.
You think you just call her up and she'd take care of you, but...
Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens.
I guess so.
Thanks again for joining us on Top of the Hour. Make sure you log on to youtube.com and check out our CUTV page. Just type in CUInternetTV with no spaces, and you'll see a number of our top-rated shows, including Film Geek and the In the Huddle Sports Show. I'm Cecilia Ramirez.
And I'm Brooke Whiteley. Join us next week as we bring you the latest international, world, and local news. Until then, we'll see you at the top of the hour, every hour.